It was a big way for the 18-year-old to come on in a pinch. Describe his impact and just your thoughts on him.
I'm so proud of Tim, just the way he behaves himself, the way he showed up to training the other day when we needed him. He's done everything right. And today, as soon as Benny went for the tackle, even before the referee blew the whistle, I turned around and I knew he was going to have to go in.
Yeah.
We looked at him in the eyes. Peter, the goalkeeper coach, talked to him, explained to him what we expected, and he stepped up and he did whatever was necessary for us to keep the zero. So I'm very happy for him. I think he deserves it. And now we just have to keep pushing. I think at the end of the day, it was an overall collective effort that led to a good result tonight. So now we have to keep pushing.
High pressure at the end there. What was your message when the red card occurred?
To stay focused, to keep the intensity, to be more aggressive in defensive phases, but at the same time to keep playing. Because we're a team that wants the ball, and when we don't have the ball, we feel uncomfortable. And to have the ball with 10 men, it's a bit more difficult, but it's not impossible. So that was the message that we were trying to send to the guys. It's like to try to keep the ball as much as we can, to try to progress the field together, so when we lose possession of the ball, we could press right away. And we didn't have to make it too much of a transitional game, because it was going to be a very, very tough 25 or 30 minutes with 10 men.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, kind of describe how the system progressed from the first half and then into the second and so on.
I think we started strong. We created some chances earlier in the game. We had the opportunity to probably put one or two away before the penalty, but again, it's we keep doing a lot of things properly and a lot of things right. Offensively and defensively, we got a lot better today. The most important thing for me and the staff and the players was to keep the zero, and that's one of the main things that I asked before the game. I said, guys, I'm going to ask for one thing, and that's to keep the zero tonight. I know offensively what we can do, and I think all the other teams know that as well. Now we have to make sure that the things that we're doing well, we keep pushing, we get stronger, and the things that need fixing and need improvement, we have to work on them and have the awareness and be humble enough to understand where we're making mistakes and get better at those. And at the end of the day, to be honest with you, it was the defensive phases. We had to improve a lot in defensive phases, and I think today it showed. And when I said about defensive phases, I'm not just talking about goalkeeper and defenders. No. Defending is a collective effort that starts with a striker and it finishes with a goalkeeper. And that's what the guys showed tonight. We're the pressing team when we had to press and high press, and when we were in our block, our defensive block was very organized, but yet it was still intense and aggressive, which is what we wanted. And then everybody saw what the team did with 10 men, the effort, the intensity, how much you guys wanted it, and this is how much it means to them. So it was a huge step forward for us tonight to be able to get the 3 points, and now we just have to focus on the next game.
Yeah, I mean, through this whole season, I think a big takeaway has been how productive the offense is, but we're still just on inches away from creating more goals. What do you think needs to change in order to convert more of those opportunities?
Probably better decision making in the final third, a bit more calm. We're a team that knows how to progress the field very well. We're not afraid to play. We like to play through lines and progress the field together. At the end of the day, we arrive to the final third very comfortable, and we have to make sure now that we have the ability to be composed and put those chances away. That decision making, better execution, and I'll say probably a bit of luck too. The past 3 games, I think we hit the post in each game, probably once or twice. So it's that luck factor that at the end of the day, it's always I think necessary, and it's always important. Not necessarily important, but you create your own luck, and we create our luck playing with identity, playing with no fear, understanding how we want to play, how we want to expose teams, and arriving to those moments with the ball under control, which is what we want. And like I said, just a bit better execution, a bit better decision making, and a little bit of luck is gonna go a long way for us.
Where do you think you're at overall in the implementation of the system, and are there things that need to be done to make this work better at this point, or is it just a matter of time?
Guys, we keep transforming. We keep changing, and we keep adapting to whatever is necessary for us to win games. Let's not forget that this is the second game that Mika starts. So throwing a new player into the lineup changes things too, changes dynamics, changes the collective, adding a new individual. So we keep transforming. I think we're improving game after game. Like I said today, I think it was a massive step forward to keep the 0. It was a good step forward to be able to defend the way we defend it. I was very pleased with it, and being able to defend with 10 men for that period of time was important too. But also, as we were defending with 10 men, we also were able to create chances, which is what we wanted to. So we're a team that has a lot of talent, that is very hungry, that understands, that has the awareness of where we are on the table, and understands the things that we need to do and that we need to get done in order to get out of the place that we are and get to where we want to be. And it's going to take a lot of work. And like I said, tonight, these 3 points mean a lot to us. Now we just have to start focusing on the next game because we need to win it as well.
Yeah. Like we just touched on, a lot of great offensive moments, but there's been some defensive lapses here and there in the last couple games. What have been your takeaways on defense this year?
That we have to improve. We have to keep growing. We have to keep, like I said, before this game, I believe we've given 18 goals, if I'm not mistaken. It's too many. It's too many goals. So we have to defend better. We have to make sure that we understand defensive phases better. When we're high pressing, how do we high press together? And when we get in our block, how can we be organized, but at the same time be intense and be aggressive while being organized? And then deep defending is that awareness of being able to see where the ball is, making sure that if they're going to put in crosses, we're aware we're making contact in the box, and we're eliminating those little mistakes that are costing us a lot. And at the end of the last, all the defensive things that we talked about, I'll say set pieces. We have to improve defending set pieces. And tonight we did a way better job. So the boys are listening, the boys are absorbing. Like I said to you, the boys have the awareness and they're humble enough to understand the things that need to get done. But let's not forget that we're doing a lot of things properly too, guys. Out of the last 8 games, we got 6 draws, but we got 6 draws playing well. We got 6 draws playing with identity and playing our style of play. And I see improvement in each one of them. There's things to fix, and we will fix them. But let's not forget that this team is doing a lot of good things as well.
Oh yeah, I think a big takeaway is after 12 games, this team already has a leading goal scorer with more goals than the leading goal scorer last year. What does that say about your system?
It's that there are a lot of things that are working, and because of those things are working, we don't just relax. We have to, because we can still be better, and we will be better. Offensively, we're creating a lot of chances, especially from wide areas. Now I want to start creating more chances from inside channels, from the 3 inside channels. How can we combine? Because we're talented enough, we're technically gifted enough, and also athletic enough in order to create chances in inside channels as well. And keep improving, keep working on the things that we're doing well, not relax on those. And like I said earlier, having the awareness and the understanding and being humble enough to understand that there's things that we haven't done well and they will improve. And today they show that. Now I go home, I start thinking of the next game, we start planning the week of work, and we have another home game. This is the first time since the year started that we're going to have 3 home games in a row. Today the guys took care of business. I'm very, very proud of them because all the work that they put in, not just today, but when the week started on Monday. And now they go home, they rest, they recover tomorrow, and we start thinking of the next game.
And Janssen has been great last 3 games. Why is he showing that he needs to be included?
These last 2 games, Vegas and Galaxy, we knew they were going to be very dynamic games. They were going to be transitional games where we're going to have to cover a lot of spaces with a lot of speed. And Mika provided that for us in both games. We have 24 players in the roster, and every game is not the same, every game is different. And now we have the ability to transform, to adapt to any given game or any game that we're going to play versus any rival, and still be us, but be able to hurt opponents in their weaknesses with some of the strengths that we have in individuals. And that strength with individuals then becomes a huge muscle in the collective. And Mika has been showing since day one that he's hungry. He's very respectful. He wants to absorb so much, and he wants to learn. But above everything, this kid wants to win. just like everybody else in the club and the team and in the organization. So this is the character that we want. This is the type of player that fits our game model and our style of play. And like I said, the guys, now we have a lot of competition in the roster because we have a lot of players available and a lot of players that can make a difference. So this is very, very good for me as a coach and for the staff, because now the guys have to make me think.
And it's rivalry week. How excited is the team to play SAC?
I'm super excited, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything for us. Every game is worth 3 points. Beating LA tonight, Galaxy, and then SAC next week, you win, you still get the same amount of points, which is 3. So for us, we're going to be focused, we're going to be concentrated. I'm very aware and I understand what this game means for the fans. I know what this game means for the organization and our players. And I can tell you that we're going to take this game with the same responsibility and focus that we've been from day one. We keep improving, we keep getting better. And the next game for us, it's a final.
Is there a third goalkeeping option if is Benny suspended next week?
Yeah, Benny will be suspended
So
next
is there
week.
backup to Tim? How's that going to work?
We're going to go in and now I'm going to have to start moving the pieces that I have available and see how we can put together on the field a team that is going to give us the ability to be successful again.
Okay.